quiet area of Ubud in Bali, Indonesia, a flow of creative energy is amassing. Welcome to Posco Studio. Come on in. Here in Bali, Indonesia, this wonderful studio has a tremendous creative energy. And we're here recording drums, recording all kinds of music. I just want to show you everything. Come on in. Here we are with my friend, partner in crime, Cyril Schneider, engineer, bassist, musician here in Bali, Indonesia. And we are friends, most of all. And we want to welcome you to the studio here. I want to talk to you a little bit about our project for remote recording.
Right on.
And Cyril has a fantastic studio here. Before I walk through our equipment and to tell you what we can do for you, I want to talk about the creative energy of this place. Because as I was mentioning, in Bali, there's already like this, I don't know, it's magic here. This island is something very special about it.
Okay, the whole planet is magic. The whole fact that life exists in this, and music, like at any society, culture, any philosophy says it was all created through sound.
There you go.
Mathematically, scientifically, fairy tales, like we're all just creatures of sound. Light is important, but light is a sound wave.
Yes, it is.
Where
Yes.
sound is also a form of energy.
That's right.
That I truly believe, and this is the argument that we actually come to agreement on. In Bali, what's different, which I find really interesting after 30 years here, is basically there was never a specified artist status. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
Remember
yeah.
I told you about that a little bit?
Right.
And I was like, there's no status traditionally to say, I'm an artist. You were actually an asset of the community. Traditionally, if you were a dancer, a painter, a musician, you were an asset of the village.
Right.
To do the processes that they require spiritually.
Right.
But their spirituality is not separate from their social life.
Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to explain. People go, it's so special, you come here for healing. But the reason, and we were talking about this last night, is that music is not a choice anymore for you and me.
Right.
Yeah, it's a way of living. It's
Yeah.
it's a continual desire to move forward within the expression of self. You're actually giving a gift.
Right.
Right? It's the gift of saying, thank you, I'm alive, I can do this.
Right.
Now, what we're trying to do here, which after you've been to a few studios in your life, you've been in a few communities,
Yes.
creative environments,
Yeah.
this place feels like home.
Yes.
And the sounds, regardless of technical aspects, the sounds, I always tell people, we're both photographers too. And the reason why we became photographers is because we had enough of music. Yeah.
Right.
No matter how much of loving music,
Right.
but also there's something about when you capture an image, if it doesn't sing to you, then it's not an image.
Right.
The same thing as a track. If it doesn't give
Exactly.
you a visual,
Exactly.
it's not a track.
Right.
What I believe fundamentally between me and him is doing the best job possible at the best, what the music requires, not what we want to showcase.
Right. Exactly.
And
We always want to get the artist's vision. We keep it in mind so that we can project that through the music. Yeah.
yeah, even when it's
Through my drumming.
even him and me jamming,
Yeah.
we're like, what do you want to play? I don't know, but what does the song want?
Right. Right.
And usually he ends up having an idea for a song and I play it all wrong. But then something can come up and we listen to it the day after and you go, hey, wait a minute, that was interesting. Now, when I met him the first time, it was just by a phone call. And that's what I'm talking about that goes on here.
Right.
He just walks in the door one day, he wants to meet people. You want to hear the music of Indonesia.
Right.
And within a week, we were already meeting people, getting ideas, having all these dreams. yeah, two guys from the East Coast going, how do we share this with the world?
Right.
My studio partner before this guy showed up still is. He's a drummer too. He's one of the better drummers here.
Yeah.
You actually surprised
Yeah,
by
yeah.
that. He actually saw your cymbals and then it goes whack.
Right, right,
He was
right.
like, wait a minute, what do they sound like?
Right, right.
But the sounds we get in this room, you got to try it for yourself. We could babble on
Yeah.
gear. We got gear.
Let's talk about the gear a little bit so you can see what's going on.
Studio assistant #1 in the world.
Number one.
No, seriously. Give that smile. Yeah.
Jules, he knows a lot about miking and everything about the setup of the studio. So we're happy to have him here. Very, very gracious guy. Very beautiful cat.
The most important thing is honestly the room sound. Secondly, we got mics galore from vintage to modern, whatever.
These cables we're using are designed by Cyril. They're very, very special cables. They're renowned in this part of the world and, well, all over the world. Many studios are asking for these cables specifically, and they really make a huge difference in the sound of the drums, the sound of everything that requires miking. They're called V2 cables designed by Cyril. So, yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
That's gear. Yeah, everybody will see it and recognize it, but these mic pre's sound different with our cables.
We're gonna have some raw drum tracks for you. No processing on the computer, just completely raw so you can get an idea of what these cables do and what the miking does. And you're gonna have that sound on your project. This is my home away from home. This is where a lot of creativity happens. I feel so great at this studio here. I'm gonna project that feeling onto your tracks. Me and Cyril work great together, and I think from the standpoint of creativity and the great vibes that we have here in the studio, your song can be lifted, your project can be lifted, your soundtrack, whatever it is, can be taken to the next level and made with great love. We can do everything from Afro-Cuban to Brazilian to rock, pop. We can do soundtrack, drum and bass, a great variety of styles, of course, jazz, straight ahead. Send us whatever you feel that you want to send us, and we'll see if we can make it happen for you. A great variety of genres means a lot of experience and creative input that we can give to you too. If you want our creative input, we're honored to give it to you. And if not, if you have a specific idea for your tracks, just tell me what you want and I'll do exactly that too. You're gonna have a great sound, and live drumming, of course, takes, your music really to another level. Just a computer, machine just can't give the same feeling as a live drummer. There's nothing like it. So whatever you need, we can help you. I am very happy if you send us your material. We can evaluate it too. And I have my buddy Cyril here, who's a fantastic engineer, very creative guy too.
Absolutely, client satisfaction is the ultimate goal. Getting paid for stuff that nobody's happy for is not my kind of joy.
Not
in
mine
life.
either. Yeah.
And we would always go up and beyond to get really what it takes. And if you just want to even talk, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have the cash yet, but you want to talk about the experience of it all, give us a call. Contact him.
Absolutely.
We love talking to people who care about music.
Absolutely.
And we love supporting people who care about music. So it's like, don't be shy. It's like building the community. Our dream is be able to having an outreach to everybody. We're gonna go travel, hopefully, if everything goes well, we're gonna go traveling across the archipelago of Indonesia, introducing Phil to things that made me weep of joy. I much prefer a story to sell something than a hard sell.
Oh yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, what are these guys, well, I want you all to forget what we talked about in the beginning, and then you go, wait, I'll watch that video again.
Right.
But even the circular breathing on the flute, like most of Bali, we'll talk about Bali specifically, as you know, rhythmically rich.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Totally.
The things that we do individually are spread out through many people, and the harmonic frequencies that cross that make that music go wow. But even the circular breathing on flute is very rhythmic. Yeah. The polyrhythms that are around here are just out of this world.
Yeah. There's definitely a very creative energy in Bali, and the studio reflects that.
Yeah, and one of my biggest joys and prides here, as you know already, is that this is a place where anybody can come, as long as you're respectful And it really is a center hub for Western, Eastern, international productions. And it doesn't matter what level you're at, who you're at. If you love music, you're welcome.
Absolutely.
That's the difference That's the unique thing about this place. To say we're better than others is not my goal.
No, it's a
we
unique.
do what we do.
Yeah, it's definitely unique, and I can tell you because I've been in hundreds of studios all over the world. So, with that, we'd like to say thank you for watching, and hope to hear from you. And we would love to hear your music. Let's do it.
Or even better, come by for a coffee. The coffee is good.
Coffee's good in Bali too. Yeah.
Coffee's the best in this place.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. You remember it. It was good.
I don't drink coffee anymore.
Nah, that's another story.
Yeah.
More to come. Bye, everybody.
Bye.